Hi, this is Ziri from Friends Funeral Home, and today I want to tell you a little bit about what a simple cremation is and what the practical things are that you need to know about it. So if you have one of your loved ones pass away and all you want is a simple cremation, that means if you might take care of doing a little service when the person dies at home in your bed by yourself without getting a funeral home involved, that's totally perfect. If you don't feel religious or spiritual in any way and you just want to have a cremation, it's also perfect. All you have to do is first find a funeral home, go online, look for a funeral home that has very good ratings, and don't just look on Yelp but also on Google. And make sure you don't just pick a funeral home that is actually just a cremation center. There are cremation centers where all you have to do is fill everything out online. It is cheaper than other services, but you will never speak to a real person, and you also can't get any answers for questions you might have if anything changes or goes wrong in the process. So once you have found the funeral home you trust, you call them. Normally they allow for you to fill out paperwork with them on the telephone online, or they come to your home to do about 10 pages of paperwork. That is for the county, for the cremation, for the funeral home, for the state. There's quite a lot of paperwork involved. Prices are usually around $1,000 for a simple cremation. Some go in higher areas, like in Beverly Hills, to $1,200 or $1,400 or even more. The super cheap cremations are around $700 to $800, and that also means you have to pick up the ashes yourself. You have to do a lot of things yourself. So then, once your loved one is picked up, either from your home, normally by two people, or from the hospital or the coroner or wherever they are, the body goes to the storage facility at the funeral home. That means this is a cold room where the body is, of course, individually stored. Normally they're wrapped in white sheets, or they are put into cremation containers, which are boxes that look similar to caskets that will be cremated with them. And then the paperwork starts. So that means the funeral home submits all that paperwork to the doctor to get causes of death. The doctor then provides those. The funeral home has to run them by the health department to okay them. Then the doctor gets to sign. Then the health department gets to sign. This whole process normally takes a few days, and only then the cremation can be scheduled. The cremation always happens individually, of course. This was scandals in the 70s, which today don't apply. People never get cremated together. And there's also no mix-up. There's a number that follows a person from their toe tag to the number that they have cremated with them. This is on a metal piece that doesn't burn. And so with this, ashes come in the end, this metal piece with the same number out, so that you always know who is who, and there's no mix-up possible. Every funeral home gets random checks by their funeral bureau, which is the state legislator. So there's very strict regulations for that. You don't have to worry about that. And then normally it takes about 4 hours for a body to cremate in average. There is a cool down period of maybe 6 hours. Then these ashes get grinded. That means they get processed into fine sand, put into a sealed bag, and this sealed bag put into a simple black urn that is maybe like this. This is the standard urn that also can be sent on planes and the hand baggage, because you can open them easy on top. And then normally your funeral home will contact you to bring these ashes by your place, or if you went with one of their cheap services, you might have to pick them up yourself. With the ashes comes also a permit, so that you can keep the ashes either at your home, or if you want to bury them in a cemetery, a permit to bury them there. So these are processes that take an average about a week. For some slower funeral homes, they can be up to 3 weeks, but that's exactly what you need to inquire when you find a good funeral home.